Are you going on a cruise and you're not sure what to bring along with you? Don't stress. In today's video, I'm going to give you my top 10 must-bring items on your next cruise. Hello travelers, and welcome back to another super amazing video where I share with you my top cruise tips, tricks, and hacks. Whether you've cruised before or not, the buildup of excitement in the days prior to embarkation is enough to make you giddy. And when you're packing your bags, you're thinking about your fabulous dinner outfits and your cute beach sandals. Or you might even be plagued with the important executive decision of whether to go to Mr. Sancho's or Margaritaville. Cruise life is tough, no doubt. As such, it's easy to overlook things that you might not even think you need, but will wish you had when the need arises. Now let's be perfectly clear, there's 100 things that could fit into this category, and this video would be an hour long. But I've composed this list of 10 quality of life items that I genuinely feel everyone should have in their luggage. Tip number 1. Get yourself a large-sized, quality-made, hot-cold thermos. This for me was a lifesaver. Every day, I got up early in the morning with my thermos, went to the buffet, and filled it with ice and either water or juice. If you're a juice drinker and you don't want to spring for the beverage package, filling up a thermos with the free juice from breakfast is a great way to get your juice fix throughout the day. Also, whether you're on the ship or gallivanting around port, having instant access to ice-cold water when you need it is a must-have. You never know if you'll be in a situation where you're thirsty and there is nowhere to grab something to drink. Plus, having a good thermos is just a plain old smart thing to have around and will last you a lifetime. This next tip is a cabin hack to fix an issue that everyone will face. Tip number 2. Bring along a multi-port USB charger. Cruise ships are notorious for not offering many power fixtures in their cabins, while at the same time banning power strips from being brought on board. One item that is not banned is the multi-port USB strip. This handy gadget will allow you to power all of your devices and anything else that can be charged via USB. You will absolutely use it while on board, and you will be happy that you had it. The next tip helps you bring that recharging power to go. Tip number 3. Bring a power bank when venturing off ship. If you're like most people, you use your phone to take pictures and videos of your vacation. And while you're out having fun, it's easy to find yourself with a dead phone and no way to charge it. Then all sorts of unholy things can happen. Maybe you have tickets or reservations on your phone, or even worse, you lose track of time and you become a pier runner. The shame. All of this can be avoided by bringing along a power bank. They're inexpensive and can charge multiple devices quickly and easily. Now, when you're packing for your dream vacation, do you take the time to think about toilets? Unless you're a special type of person, probably not. Which brings us to the next few items on my must-bring list. Tip number 4. Take along a pack of germ-killing sanitary wipes. I am in no way a germaphobe. However, I do have a certain level of self-respect, and I like to take extra precautions when using public facilities. Your stateroom cabin, just hours before you arrived, was housing possibly an entire family of people. and your stateroom attendant probably only had about 5 minutes to get it ready for you. The sanitary wipes just offer you a further level of cleanliness. I use them to wipe down the toilet seats and handles, sink handles, and so on. Not only do I suggest bringing them on the ship, but take them with you wherever you go. Listen, I've been in some heinous public restrooms where I wished I had some sanitary wipes. It just makes sense when traveling to step up the bacteria killing. And remember, you're not only cleaning up for yourself, but also for everyone else as well. Now, this next tip is essential when you're sharing your cabin with multiple people. Tip number 5. Don't forget your poopery. Imagine this scenario. You're a family of 4 in an inside cabin, and it's curry night at the buffet. How will you survive the coming onslaught? Easily and with joy, as long as you have this magic in a bottle. It's a blend of essential oils that you spray into the toilet either before or after, but preferably after. This stuff would make the toilet in train spotting smell like cotton candy. It comes in different scents and they're all amazing, whichever you pick. I've tried all the scents and I can say they all kept not only the bathroom, but the entire cabin smelling amazing. And while we're on the subject of toiletries and happy environments, let's jump right into the next tip. Tip number 6. Be sure to purchase eco-friendly lotions and sprays. Much to their credit, many islands and other destinations around the world will require you to wear eco-friendly suntan lotion or sunscreen. It's mostly in areas where you're most likely to swim in the ocean near reefs. It's for the protection of marine life, of course, and some areas will enforce this. To save yourself the trouble of any unpleasantness with resort staff or beach patrols, just do yourself a favor and have all eco-friendly products on hand. You'll be saving the environment and yourself a headache. And while we're talking about being at the beach having a blast with your tropical smelling lotions, let's move on to tip number 7. Get yourself at least a 70 by 30 inch beach towel. Those are the perfect dimensions to cover almost any lounge chair. Whether you're on the pool deck or at the beach, distinguishing your chair from everyone else's is a great way to not only keep a closer eye on your stuff, but it's also a great way to deter people who might be confused and try to sit down in your chair. The 70-inch length of the towel is enough to cover not only the back of most loungers, but also the seat. So now you're floating in the ocean and you're keeping an eye on your pink flamingo themed chair, and a wind comes along and blows your towel a mile down the beach. Bye! That could have been avoided with this next tip. Tip number 8. Get yourself some towel clips. Towel clips are your friend. Towel clips are the silliest little invention that you never knew you needed until you find yourself running down the beach chasing a towel into the abyss. I have used them on every trip and have never regretted bringing them. And while you're floating around in the ocean, be sure to have a pair of these on hand. Tip number 9. Water shoes. Not all sands are made the same, and sometimes you'll find yourself on some terrains that are uncomfortable on your bare feet. You can avoid all that uncomfort as well as any other tiny marine hazards by having a good pair of water shoes on hand. Some excursions even require you to have water shoes to attend, and will attempt to upsell them on site if you weren't prepared. Water shoes are not only good for the beach, but if you find yourself on an older ship with a questionable shower floor, you can use the water shoes to shower. They are an absolute must-bring item. This last tip is hands down the one thing I was asked about the most. Tip number 10. Get a waterproof phone case with lanyard. If there is one thing I got asked about the most, it was about my waterproof phone case. You can keep your phone, money, ship card, ID, and anything else you need to keep dry on you while you're swimming. They work extremely well, and yes, you can still use your phone screen while it's in the pouch. You can film and take pictures without having to worry about getting anything wet. It's a must-have. So what do you think about my list of top 10 things to bring along on your next cruise? Drop a comment below and let me know what your must-haves are. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you'd like to watch more. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.